are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 25-yard
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Kendrick, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. On the slant, this is Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Now Winston. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Shark, 30 yards. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete.
Watson
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
50 set.
and 2. Watson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On 1st down, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
1st down, Houston.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Texans nothing.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 19-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by OPML Playoff. And the return will stop right around the 25. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll run on first down. Kendrick. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They just do get the playoff. Now Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson again. This is Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Running from the gun, Johnson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Finding fouls complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Houston.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
40-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
It's a
nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
First down.
His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working out of the gun, Winston. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together, could get in the beat.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, Winston. That one complete. He finds Shark. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the
that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check. Check. Watch twist. Watch twist. Here we go. Even.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
7-yard line.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Wait.
Jameis to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Texans 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Right back to him on first down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
J.J. Watt.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, Kendrick, and a loose football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Watson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. On 1st and 10, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 26, check 26. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, you got deep?
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run here with Balaj. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Balaj. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Check your heart rate.
Now Winston. Screen play, McKinnon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Now McKinnon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready. Flag 22. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Under 10. All right, let's get it for broken.
Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Kalen Balaj taking it in. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the 50, it's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Touchdown, Houston.
Watson.
Brandon Cooks, 31 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
Lining up for the extra
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Malage. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's McKinnon. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That's out to the left and complete. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set the turn, defense. Let's go. Check, check. Fresno. Slam.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rush in. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Bang.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Show it up. Watch the twist. Shit. Sonic.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
And 1.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And it's third down.
Watson now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, Watson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Now a handoff as they run left side. Down right around the 25. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down. Defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so